Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zurück zu Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Ja, in der letzten Folge haben wir Sawai nochmal beobachtet und Kiana. Und wir haben herausgefunden, dass Kiana diese Spenden, dass die Spenden nicht für die Tanzschule waren, haben wir ja schon herausgefunden, das haben wir uns auch schon gedacht. Sie hat halt eben, Sawai ein bisschen ausgenommen, aber sie wurde von sehr zwielichtigen Typen dazu gezwungen, hat sich jetzt letzten Endes gegen sie aufgelehnt, bekam ihr leider nicht so gut. Sawai hat es aber entdeckt, hat sich dazwischen gehauen, hat eine Tracht Prügel eingesteckt, wir haben die dann verprügelt und ja, Sawai hatte sein Happy End. Und jetzt sind wir mal gespannt, denn wir haben bald das Bingo voll mit Adachis-san und wir wollen schon mal ein paar Drinklings anfangen. Drinkling beginnen? Ja.
Damn, Adachis-san. Already at it, huh?
Hey! I figured I'd go ahead and have myself a drink. Booze here in Hawaii is not half bad.
Good to know. Glad somebody's enjoying himself. Oh, man, I never imagined the two of us kicking back and drinking at a resort like this.
Yeah, I'll say. Better play it cool, unless we want folks to think we're from way out in the sticks. You know, you kind of blend in with the locals. Yeah, actually, maybe you blend in a little too well.
You think so? I guess we're on the same wavelength. I was just thinking, this hairstyle's got a bit of a Hawaiian vibe.
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe I'll get a little makeover myself. After all, what better time to do it?
Oh, what would you even go for?
Also ich mag dich so, wie du bist.
Hey man, I like you just the way you are now. Your style's not half bad, so no need to go changing it.
Oh yeah? So, I don't have to work on anything at all.
Well, it's kind of comforting when some things never change. And you're my constant, man.
Now get a load of this guy. Hey, you know just how to butter me up, don't you?
But still, what went down back in Ijincho feels like ancient history compared to what we're up to now. Getting fired from Hello Work, getting roasted online. Man, we've been through a lot.
You can say that again. Everything we spent time and effort building up just poof in the blink of an eye.
I really am sorry for getting your agency involved, man. No matter how hard I try, I don't think I could ever make it up to you.
Come on, knock it off. There's nothing you need to apologize for. Anyway, don't worry about the agency. I just wanted to know what it was like, you know, being your own boss.
But you had everything all planned out, like with the company values and stuff. It seemed like you knew what you were doing.
Did I really? I guess you're right.
Yeah?
I wanted to put my experience as a detective to good use. After all, there are some things a civ can do that an officer can't. Preventing crimes before they occur is a field that still has plenty of room to grow. I was planning on working this old body of mine to the bone. Be a little more useful to society, you know?
You finally hit the ground running, too. Heck, you were even ready to take your business to the next level.
Right. I mean, my goal was to develop subsidiaries for consultation and security. But that dream's pretty much dead in the water now. Yeah, anyway. No use crying about it. Figure it's better to put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving along.
Ich helfe dir, wenn es soweit ist.
I'll lend you a hand when the time comes. You know I'd do anything for you, pal.
How's that so? I guess I should start thinking about my next business venture then. Well, after we clean up the mess over here.
I'm real glad you're here, Adachis-san. When you came running with Namba, I was just so grateful.
You're pretty much the only one who ever says that kind of stuff about me. But helping you out makes my day-to-day a little more meaningful. Hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh yeah? Then tell you what.
What?
We're gonna have each other's backs for the long haul. Even if I'm the only one getting help right now.
Don't sweat it, because I'll cash in and have you pay me back double.
Ha, sure you will.
Ah, that's the stuff. I ever tell you how much I like Hawaiian booze?
Better not drink too much. This ain't Survive, so you're not just gonna add it to your tab.
Nah, I got it covered. Bartender and I are pals now. Isn't that right, barkeep?
Sure. Enjoy the drinks, Adachi.
What the heck? When did you two get so close?
Didn't you know? Blending in at a bar is an essential skill I perfected back when I was with the Force.
You sure are a man of many talents. Must be the years of experience. You gotta teach me some of that.
All right, how about another round then? On me. I'm feeling generous today.
Sweet! Hey, barkeep, hit me with the priciest drink you got.
Whoa! Easy there, Tiger. I'm gonna have to take out a loan, but I'll pay you back once my next venture takes off, yeah?
Actually, barkeep, could you just get us another round of what we're having now?
Wir haben den doppelten Lariat wieder. Zurück. Ja.
Hey, Adachi, about that ask you had for me earlier. No good info's been coming in lately.
Oh, is that right? Not surprised, honestly. I wasn't really expecting much.
Don't be so down. I'll ask around some more.
Yo, sup, fellas? What were you two talking about?
Ah, nothing much. Just asking the bartender for a little favor. Hey, thanks again, barkeep. I didn't mean to ask while you were busy, though.
Don't worry about it. Just relax. Enjoy the drinks.
So, what's this about a favor? Or is it something you can't tell me?
Nah, it's no secret. I knew someone who supposedly moved to Hawaii a long time ago, see? I heard they opened a jewelry shop here. So I asked the bartender if he could look into their whereabouts.
Judging by how things went earlier, I'm guessing he couldn't find them?
I don't even know if they did open up shop. Honestly, I've just been grasping at straws.
But even if you didn't ask the bartender, couldn't you just reach out to the person yourself?
Well, the last time we met was 20 years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Let me guess. That acquaintance of yours is one pretty lady?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Were you two together or something?
Jeez, what's with the interrogation here? But no, it's not what you think at all.
Well, how would I know if you don't tell me?
Well, back when I was a cop, she was involved in this one case. A robbery took place at her father's gem shop 20 years ago. She was just a high school student at the time.
A jewel heist, huh? Who were the perps?
Three-man team. We caught him the day after, of course. And recovered the stolen jewels, too.
Wow, damn. Gotta hand it to the Japanese police. I'm guessing you were assigned to that case.
Right. Just one of many investigators.
And now that same girl from way back then has a shop of her own here in Hawaii?
Well, that's what the rumor says. So I figured, since I'm already here in Hawaii, I may as well go check up on her, see how she's doing.
You think she still remembers you?
That, I'm not too sure, and the only way to find out is by meeting her.
Das wird sicher ein emotionales Wiedersehen,
You
ne?
got this, man. I mean, it's you we're talking about. This is definitely gonna be one emotional reunion.
Well, honestly, that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, anyway, good luck finding that shop. You got any leads to make the search any easier?
Oh, only her name. Akiko Manabe. Not many Japanese folks selling jewelry here in Hawaii, so I probably have enough clues to go on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that said, there's also a chance she did open up shop, but things didn't go so well. And since I don't even know for certain in the first place, I'd rather not get my hopes up. That's why I'll just take my time investigating.
Gotcha. Sounds like a solid plan. All right then. How about a toast? To Akiko-san's success.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Sehr schön. Und das nächste. Joho, Ichiban! Versuchst du immer noch neue Freunde zu finden? Hey, das kannst du laut sagen. Wahrscheinlich kenne ich bald ganz Hawaii. Hehe, ich weiß, was du meinst. Ich könnte doch nur an einen Ort gehen und dort wieder alle möglichen Leute kennenlernen. Du darfst gerne auf Dondoku Island vorbeischauen. Ich packe da ein bisschen mit an. Ist richtig schön da. Jeder Tag bringt irgendwas Neues mit sich. Wie war das? Ein Dondoku-tastischer Inselbesuch? Wenn du dort aushilfst, muss es ja schön sein. Hehe, ich werde mir einen Arsch schneller dahin bewegen, als dir lieb ist. Cool. Hey, ich freue mich schon, dich da zu sehen. Oh, cool.
Welcome.
Excuse me.
Eine Zigarettenauswahl? Super, jetzt kann ich herausfinden, welche Marken mir noch schmecken. Danke. Schön, dass er sich über das Geschehen freut. Ich glaube, meine Bindung zum Barkeeper hat sich vertieft.
Welcome.
Alles klar. Ich denke, das ist hier nicht gut geworden.
Welcome.
Was soll ich nun machen? Gibt es ein Problem? Ach, nichts Wichtiges. Ich hatte nur überlegt, auch Kaffee auf die Getränkekarte zu setzen. Aber ich kenne mich da überhaupt nicht aus. Ich will wissen, welche Bohnen besonders beliebt sind und dann verschiedene probieren, aber mir fehlt die Zeit. Und leider kann ich nicht alle Bohnen auf einmal probieren. Kaffee, was?
Excuse
Ja,
me.
übergeben wir. Hey, du kannst das vielleicht gebrauchen. Oh, Kaffeebohnen, danke dir. Jetzt kann ich verschiedene Sorten ausprobieren. Das hilft mir total. Schön, dass er sich über das Geschenk freut. Ich glaube, eine Bindung zum Barkeeper hat sich noch einmal vertieft.
Welcome.
Ja, nur, dass die Leiste sich nicht füllt.
Which song?
This one's for you guys.
Honolulu City Lights. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
A getaway's not enough. A lonely weekend, it starts anew. If I could stay, I'd never leave. I'd never go back home again.
Just stay anyway.
This figure simply wasn't the way to you. No, you couldn't even spare me a glance. It kills me to say that I love you. Oh, how
dare he, that's
I
her.
have this dance, you and me.
Take how we love you.
One last chance is all I need. Let me win your heart.
Honolulu.
Baby, one more time. Won't you look my way? 'Cause there's no
wie geil das Karaoke einfach ist, ne? Auch mit den Videos im Hintergrund. Das ist sehr schön.
Woo! Karaoke rules!
Nicht mal das bringt's hoch, lol.
Yo, sup, Adachi-san?
Hey! Actually, I talked to the bartender earlier.
Huh? Oh, about Akiko-san's shop. You had him check whether or not it's in Hawaii, right?
Yep, that's right. Turns out he couldn't find anything.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. But you don't know for sure, right? It's not like he combed through every grain of sand on the island.
He's talked to a fair share of people, though, so honestly, I've pretty much given up already.
Vielleicht versteckt sie sich ja in irgendeinem geheimen Dungeon.
She might be hidden in some kind of secret dungeon. And that'd explain why she's so hard to find.
Seriously? A secret dungeon?
I mean, like a store that sells super high-class items and only lets super high-class people in.
Huh. When you put it that way, stores like that probably exist somewhere.
I'll keep an eye out in town, see if there are any jewelry shops around from now on.
Thanks. But there's something I gotta tell you.
What's up?
Oh, Akiko-san might consider me as nothing more than a nuisance.
Was? Warum?
Why is that?
Well, to tell you the truth, 20 years ago, when the shop got robbed, the police could have prevented it entirely.
Prevented it? How?
A few days before the incident, the police received a report claiming suspicious individuals were visiting the shop. The person who filed the report was just a high schooler at the time. Akiko-san.
Oh, dang. But there's not much the police can do when you tell them someone's acting suspicious.
Exactly. Even though she came all the way to the station, they couldn't take her at her word. To them, she was just a kid. As for her parents, well, and their daughter took it so seriously that it felt like they were accompanying her just to humor her.
Oh, so, because none of the adults believed her, nobody stopped the robbery from happening.
Well, I learned that Akiko-san had stopped by the station before, when I interviewed her after the incident. She told me that a man would visit the shop multiple days a week, but never bought anything. Also said that he'd look around with this hard, intense stare, like he was eyeing everything.
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy. But not sketchy enough for the police to take action, I guess.
And the best we could do is have more personnel patrolling the area, and even then, we couldn't keep it up for days on end. So, because the police didn't do jack squat, a group of thieves broke in days later.
And one of them was the guy Akiko-san mentioned?
Yep. He was their ringleader.
Damn.
At the time of the crime, Akiko-san wasn't in the shop, but both her parents were. They ended up bound and gagged. Now, the two of them were lucky to get away with only minor injuries. The psychological damage took its toll. When all was said and done and the criminals were behind bars, they eventually shut down for good.
Oh, man. That's awful.
Akiko-san was pissed the police didn't lift a damn finger. And I don't blame her. She played her best hand, but her folks still ended up in danger.
Und was genau hat Akiko-san dir denn
Well,
erzählt?
what exactly did she tell you? You took a report about what happened, right?
Well, something like, I told you this would happen, but the police refused to believe a word I said.
I can't imagine that was easy to hear.
Well, when you're a detective, you make plenty of bitter memories. This was just a drop in the bucket.
Then you want to meet Akiko-san to apologize for the incident?
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to know if she's all right, more than anything else. If I didn't happen to be in Hawaii, I never would have even considered it.
Guess the only way to find out is to actually meet her.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try to get in touch with my old contacts from back in the day later. You know, ask him if Akiko-san really does run a shop here in Hawaii, or if someone knows someone familiar with it.
Wait, what? You haven't done that yet?
Well, I wouldn't be able to take it if by some small chance her life was in a shambles. That's why I put off the investigation.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Well, you know, after spilling my guts out to you, I feel like I could be a bit more expressive with my feelings from now on.
Glad to hear it. The best way to vent and get it all out of your system is over a few drinks with a pal. Am I right?
Maybe so. Who would have thought?
Hey, Adachi-san. What's wrong? I've never seen you this down before.
Oh, you could tell? Good eye.
Don't be like that, man. What happened?
Well, you see, I found Akiko-san's shop earlier and decided to swing by.
Wait, hold up. You're talking about that jewelry shop, right? That means she actually opened up her own place here? Why are you so down about that?
Come on, have a seat. Figure I ought to give you the rundown. I got in touch with someone I knew from back when I was a detective. Had to twist an arm to get him to look into stuff. That's how I learned that Akiko-san managed to open a shop near Knight Street. I headed over to check out the area myself. That's when I heard about a jewelry shop owned by a Japanese woman.
Damn, you seriously pulled out all the stops, Adachi-san. Even the barkeeper here couldn't track it down.
Well, you know, some things you gotta do yourself. It was stupid of me to ask him to look for a shop that might not exist. Free of charge at that.
Yeah, you had no right to complain about that. Anyway, back up for a sec. Did you get to see Akiko-san?
Yeah, I did. Technically speaking. It seems like the shop's pretty popular with tourists who are in the know. There were a few customers browsing, but only one woman working the floor.
So, was it her?
I could never forget her face, even after 20 years. The moment I saw her, I knew without a doubt it was Akiko-san.
Hat sie sich an dich erinnert?
But what about her? Did she remember you?
Nah. She took one glance at me and nothing. No way she'd recognize me. But that aside, the moment I set foot in her shop, I got a gut feeling that one of the customers was up to no good.
Say what?
So I figured I better keep an eye on him before talking to Akiko-san.
What makes you say he was up to no good?
Well, even though he was facing the jewels, his eyes were always glancing up. Like he was checking out where the security cameras were. But Akiko-san didn't notice him at all. She had her hands full with another customer who kept asking to try on stuff.
Ah, Ablenkung.
I don't know, Adachi-san. Maybe it's just your imagination. Is it really that suspicious to look at security cameras?
Yep.
Well, of course, that's not all. Another thing, he kept making eye contact with some other customers.
Eye contact how?
Well, take a wild guess. It was with the customer Akiko-san was assisting. They were probably pretending not to know each other. One person distracts the employee, and the others take their time scoping out how tight security is. At least half of the customers in the shop at the time must have been in on it.
What's their game then? Were they trying to make off with some necklaces or something?
Nah, not exactly. My gut says they were getting ready for a big heist. The next time they swing by, they'll have a way to shut down the shop's security system, and an escape route all planned out.
What, seriously?
I only left the shop after they did. Stuck around, on the off chance they'd lift something then and there.
At least nothing went down. Yet.
Right. But if they were already scoping out the place, they might strike soon.
Well, if you think something's up, I believe you.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that, but I got no proof. No one else would believe me.
Why is that?
There's no way the Hawaiian police is gonna get involved just because some tourist told them to watch out for a gang of robbers. Why would they waste resources mobilizing their officers, especially when they don't even know if a robbery really will happen?
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, of course I do. Now, if you were in my shoes, what would your next move be?
Schnappen wir uns die Räuber. Du und ich?
Wouldn't it be best if we caught the robbers ourselves? I mean, you know what they look like, right?
Okay, catch them and do what? Say we hand them over to the police, but what for? And they haven't robbed anything yet.
Stimmt.
Besides, if we get a little rough trying to capture him, we could get sued.
All right, so what would you do?
After the whole gang left Akiko-san's shop, I managed to speak with her. At first, she didn't recognize me, until I told her that I used to be a Kanagawa police officer. She went pale after that. Then she looked at me with fear, anger, and pure loathing.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, it's not much of a surprise. In her eyes, I'm just another incompetent cop. Akiko-san tried to warn us about the incident, but we still didn't do a damn thing about it. We practically let her folks get robbed. Think about it like this. After 20 years, a former police officer pops up out of nowhere to warn you about an impending robbery. Also, consider the fact that this is someone she has history with. I mean, how do you think she reacted?
How did she react?
She was terrified, and on the verge of tears. Thought it was some kind of sick joke. Wouldn't you? I mean, from her point of view, I must have seemed a lot more suspicious than some prospective burglar.
No way, man. Maybe you've got it all wrong.
Nah. I couldn't get a word in with her after that. She chased me out of her shop, pretty much kicked my ass to the curb. Even told me to beat it, or else she'd call the cops on me.
I think I get it now. So that's what's got you down.
I just feel like such a dumbass. I should have stepped into her shoes then. Thought harder about how to approach her.
Calm down, Adachi-san. What's done is done. But Akiko-san's shop is still in danger, right? You've gotta tell her that, man.
No, I can't. She won't trust me. The moment she gets a glimpse of me, she'll go screaming for help. There's no way she'll hear me out.
Hey, how about this? Let's wait till she cools her head, and then we hit up her shop. You and me, buddy.
You're tagging along? But why?
Well, I'll talk to her first. Try to clear the air. Once she's calmed down, you can explain everything to her. Anyway, the problem at hand is that Akiko-san hasn't realized her shop's gonna get looted. No way we're standing by and letting it happen, right?
No, we're not. Not a chance in hell.
Good.
It doesn't matter what she thinks of me. What's important right now is her safety.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Now you're starting to sound like the Adachis-san I know.
I bet I made a sorry sight. Lost my grip just because my feelings got a little hurt.
Hey man, it happens. I'm sure deep down in your heart, you were actually hoping for a teary reunion.
All right. You had your fun. Knock it off.
Okay. Come on, let's have ourselves another drink. Cool our heads a little.
Seriously, man, I don't have any ulterior motives or anything, so give it a rest.
Relax, dude.
Ja, dann wollen wir mal einen Cut machen. Und dann schauen wir mal in der nächsten Folge, was wir machen. Denn wir sind anscheinend mit Adachi vorerst fertig. Dann schauen wir mal. In diesem Sinne, vielen Dank fürs Anschauen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß. Ich hoffe, ihr fandet es so interessant wie ich. War jedenfalls eine sehr interessante Geschichte mit Adachi. Und dann mal schauen, was uns die nächsten Folgen so bringen. In diesem Sinne, bis zur nächsten Folge. Ich bin raus und ciao. Und hier im Stream, wir sehen uns gleich wieder. Wir machen noch eine Folge. Also bis gleich. Ciao.